welcome. I'm No02, and I'm going to be playing some Total War Hammer. Total War Warhammer 3. 3 specifically. Now, I've never played a Total War game before. I've also never played a Warhammer game before. And I can barely count to 3, so we'll see how this goes. But, just curious. I mean, I like the fantasy stuff going on here and, etc. Sega. It's made by Sega? No idea. No, literally nothing. No, literally nothing. Other than that, people love Warhammer and all the lore and stuff like that, so. Fancy books? Fancy books.
The Tome of Fates. It reveals the secrets of the past, the present, and what may come to be. Most would think me fortunate to own such a book, but I can only use it in service to others. That is my curse. It wakes, tormenting me once more, feeding on the mysteries of this world, unraveling them into opportunity. But opportunity for whom?
For me! Right? For me? Somewhere in the Chaos Wastes. Oh my goodness. The Chaos Wastes. Looks pretty chaotic in the Chaos Wastes. So I have watched that introduction. Just because I needed to test out the sound and whatnot. We're gonna do the prologue. Ursun, the bear god of Kislev, is silent. Without the great bear's benevolence, the motherland freezes and its people suffer. Become the Keslevite, prince sent north by the Ice Queen on the ultimate quest. This prologue to the Realm of Chaos campaign is a new Total War experience. Perfect for brand new players and those requiring a refresher course in the mechanics of the game. Engage a narrative. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, I'll be streaming for as long as my 1-year-old allows me to. The creature is currently sleeping. And she's been sleeping good lately. She's been sleeping really good lately, so hopefully she'll hold up. Imagine this is the Kislevite? Kiss my Vite. I'm a dad. You can't blame me. I'm really hoping to be putting out mostly multiplayer content from this game, and then once I get comfortable and get some knowledge and get some hours under my belt, hope to maybe start making some guides. Some guides if I really enjoy this game. One thing that trying to dabble.
Kislev, our motherland is dying. A dark winter devours her fairer seasons. It has been custom for our god, Ursun, the great bear, to break each winter with his roar. Yet, for 7 long years, he has fallen into silence. And so the ice thickens. Our prayers go unanswered. The people suffer. The Queen has sent me to investigate, to lead an expedition in search of Ursun. I am to make contact with our northernmost outpost, Dervingar. It was there, on the edge of the Chaos Wastes, our god's voice was last heard.
And I've been watching, like, Critical Role. Like, I've been getting back into it.
Our journey has been long.
And it's been making me just want to play fantasy games, you know what I mean? Find epic
Outnumber the
loot.
living. We are lost. We are alone.
Your orders, Prince Yuri.
Fuel for the fires. Extra rations for the wounded.
Sir, this expedition has failed. We must turn south, head back to Kislev.
But we've come so far. We push north, find Dervingard.
It's madness! We cannot survive wandering the Chaos Wastes like beggars!
Yuri, brother, we must not abandon our duty. The people of Kislev depend on us.
You'll have my decision by dawn.
Can I just choose to go home and end the prologue? It's just like, it ends immediately.
Urson, each day I pray, but you do not answer. This is our darkest night. Can you not see Kislev suffering? Help us! Show me a sign! Answer me!
I dig the art. The digitally hand-drawn feels.
Son of Kislev, I answer in my time of need.
Urson,
I wake in darkness, bound in shadow.
guide me! I can save you!
I am weak, so you alone shall hear my voice. I will lead you to Dervingard, your first step to finding me. Follow my voice.
We move north.
Was it 3D there? It looked 3D. I've been watching Critical Role, and I've been, I got a little loud. And I've been watching, rewatching Lord of the Rings. And I was thinking, man, it's just like, I need to go on an epic adventure. We go on an epic quest.
You have led your kin
Yuri,
through the
the
mountain
Unknown.
pass. The winds of the Chaos Wastes howl with unmatched fury. Journey north and seek respite.
Respite. I always like calling it respite.
Yuri, what are your orders?
Push north. Find shelter. Yes?
View and objectives panel. So it's like an overworld thing. This is not a drag box. This is not.
I think not. My instincts tell me no.
I'll press the this button to display the device again.
I heard Urson. We move north.
Got it. This bar shows how far Yuri can move. It's currently empty, so Yuri cannot move any further. Refill by ending your turn. Got it. Turn
We should
ended.
be cautious. Darkness covers this land.
The influence of chaos. The further north we travel, the stronger it becomes.
Missions, respite. You want to learn more about panels? You get the information button. Got it. Got it.
Urson, are you listening?
We found supplies in the snow. From Dervingard.
Dervingard. How did they get here?
Someone left in a hurry. Carried what they could.
We thank Urson. They will be needed.
Shows your treasury, which contains accumulated wealth. 88. Hundo.
The soldiers are ready. Give the order.
We move north. We are not done yet. The bear god shows us the way.
Oh, I was gonna see if I clicked only part way. I assume I can move again.
Send word, Garrick. We rest there. Ready to pursue. Follow me, Uncles.
Occupy.
You have found respite. Together, we can overcome the trials ahead. Our journey has just begun.
I need to play Morrowind again. You guys remember Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3?
Cold bites deep. The shelter is not enough.
Build a camp. Then we can rest.
Just feeling like going on a little, like an epic adventure, you know what I mean? Miss the epic adventures. Left click on the settlement to open the settlement panel.
Yes. The order has been given, but the camp will take time.
There's nothing left to do, and your turn. Got it. But, I am quite excited to see what the multiplayer is going to be like for this game. Because I really never played anything like this,
The camp
right?
protects us. But what of our supplies?
I don't know, you
Keep
tell
them
me,
safe.
Gurrick.
Build a storehouse. We are on the edge of chaos.
Do we just live here now? Is this it? Valuable stores and provisions for feeding the expedition are placed here and used to barter if Yuri can bear to part with them. But who are we bartering with? Bartering with? Aren't we like in
The
no man's
storehouse
land?
is ready. The supplies are safe.
Who are we bartering with? We're going to increase the amount of income the settlement generates. Okay. I see. Next return will increase by the only way to increase your income is to create more buildings.
Yuri, ready your warriors. Our sons and daughters cry out and flee in terror. The spilling of their blood must be prevented.
Because I imagine the multiplayer is nothing like the campaign, right? It's just the battle parts, but the whole campaign has a entirely different functionality. What do I need for this? You need 1 population surplus to order this construction. You must upgrade your main settlement. That is locked.
Orson, are you listening?
Select your lord's banner in Kislev.
Prince Yuri. Where is Dervingard?
Oh, I see.
Go north.
We're on the move.
We
Save
searched
the
for our
innocent,
kin
punish
fleeing
the
south.
wolf.
We found them traveling the hidden trails to avoid open ground. Some had left Dervingard. They said the stronghold had fallen, that its commander, the boyar Slavin Kearns, had abandoned his post. Yet others fled from a smaller fort they called the Beacon. They spoke of a tribal chief who thirsted for bloodshed. Skolden, the wolf of Dervingard.
I mean, has anyone streamer at all actually pushed Punish the Wolf live on stream? Can't be done. PETA will get ya. Save the innocent or punish the wolf. Why are those the choices? Plus free leadership. No, not one innocent loyal of your son should perish in this wasteland. Seems right. Seems right.
We fight at the Beacon. Save who we can. I will find you, God there.
And my
lead
turn,
us
but I still got
north.
movement, game. You should equip your armor before heading north. Press this button. Yuri, you been walking around naked? Your inventory displayed here. Got it. Followers are a type of ancillary. Well, I'm embarrassed now. And must be equipped like items. Click here to view them. Click your orthodoxy pastor to equip them. Get equipped. Okay, okay. Oh, and then... Got it. Rescue the beacon, save the innocent. Would it have been a different quest if I had chose to punish the wolf?
My people suffer.
Hurry to the beacon. Find the wolf.
Is there like
We
a
are
day
on the
counter,
edge
like a
of
day-night
chaos.
thing going on here? Or is it just turns?
No.
I see the beacon. The fort is under attack.
The enemy carry the flag of the wolf.
It's kind of
Must
funny
be
to see us standing over the over the city. They're like Sid Meier's civilization.
Battle draws near. Our soldiers are ready.
So ready.
We see the enemy. The wolf leads an army of Northmen. We're eager to fight. Bring us to battle.
I don't know. They look way bigger than us, though. Did anyone else notice that?
Beacon is under attack. Kislevites loyal to the motherland are within. Our army is small, but we can sway the battle if we are as wise as Urson. We approach from the south, while Skolden's Northmen assault the barricades. Their backs are to us. We should take advantage.
Take advantage of their backs. Cool. Cool. I was watching Day 9 play a tiny bit of this, but when I was watching Day 9, he was playing Nurgle. So some like big-bellied green men. Couldn't hold their flatulence.
The journey has been
And Day 9
long.
was most amused.
We
by
are
it.
ready. Fellow Ungols, we are of Kislev. Show these cowardly dogs what that means. They hunger for blood. Let them taste cold steel.
The beacon is under attack. See for yourself.
Paused. I know C is this. Let's get higher up. It's a little too high, maybe. You don't want to get too high. Move the camera close to the marker point of interest to inspect it. Inspected. The other army looks much bigger than this. They have a cave troll.
So, the wolf reveals himself.
Cannons fire upon the defenders. When the barrage is over, his warriors will attack. Act swiftly. Yuri, the defenders need our help. We must reach them. What's that? There, in the trees. An army. Those are Kislev colors. They're allies.
Oh, good.
We must advance and combine our strength. Select your own unit in order to rejoin your forces. Now issue a move order towards your troops. The soldiers are assembled and
I
await
see.
your arrival.
Where? Orson's call.
Your place is amongst the
I
warriors.
think the hardest part for me
Your
when
presence
playing this
grants
game is
courage
going to be
before
getting
the
used to
enemy.
how slow things seem to move. I'm used to playing Zerg, you know what I mean?
Proceed into the valley. Select your entire army so any order is given to all.
Used to playing Zerg.
Order your units forward. Our allies have not gone far.
Over there.
The soldiers advance.
Halt.
Take this time
Toggle
to
unit
practice
speed?
maneuvering. Remember, orders are issued only to selected units.
So are they already moving at full speed, or does hitting toggle unit speed make them go slower?
Seeking advantage. Go!
Okay, so if that's on, they move faster. Got it. Got it. Other game too that I'm looking into playing, sort of alongside this, is the Empire at War, the Star Wars RTS game.
Our allies fire down upon Skolden's army. His forces scattered.
And when I was doing the
Allies
tutorial,
are threatened from the rear. Up close, their bows are no match for swords and spears. They're under attack! We must hurry to their aid!
Okay, we're on our way. When I was doing the tutorial for Empire at War, the game has like a button down here, along with all these other sort of buttons. That's an action camera. You click it and the camera, like, you lose control of the camera and it like cinematically pans from unit to unit that's shooting. And I was, oh my goodness. That was so funny.
At the forefront.
Throw your weapons!
Like, I feel like
Turn the
today
tide of
game
battle.
devs are just too scared to do weird things like that anymore, to experiment. Let's hotkey. Can I hotkey?
My God!
No. I assume we want to flank, right?
Envelop the enemy as best you can. They have their backs to us. A fatal mistake.
Moving! Bring them down! An effective position. Attack!
We'll just get in there. Just get in there. But yeah, I think for sure the thing that I'm going to struggle with the most is... I think this is going to be a game that's not so much about playing super fast, but more of a game that's about making the right decision at the right time, like making the correct choice. I'll get in there. Oh my goodness. We can just win with this guy, I think, right? But I do love how cinematic it is. We got the flank going on? Okay, got it. And it seems like, too, that there's, like,
The enemy
physics
raise the white flag.
as far as, like,
Troops, flee!
only the units, like the models that are actually in contact with enemy models are fighting. It would seem like. So, like, if I had a really big army surrounding one dude, I think it's only the majority of that army gets wasted. They're just waiting for their turn to attack the one guy, is my understanding. Skip to continue.
The wolves' main pack advance on the beacon. The cannons rain death. They must be destroyed.
Nice, nice.
The allies join our forces. We'll need the reach of their bows.
Missile units will automatically fire at enemies within their arc of fire unless instructed otherwise.
On duty,
Advance
sir.
on those hellish cannons. They must
What we got
fall
here? We got
silent
two
if we
bow
are to
people?
Save the beacon.
Still no hotkeys.
Guard!
What are these guys? Spearmen? Spearmen.
On the march! Obey the orthodoxy! In Kislev's name!
Focus fire. We'll focus fire the person who's already weak, right?
Them!
The cannons are defended.
Missile units are best employed in battle to stand back from the action and fire projectiles at the enemy. Missile units will automatically... Oh, okay. That's the same thing.
Order the infantry to form a line facing the enemy. Have your archers remain behind the line to protect them.
Got it. I just right-clicked. I think we're doing good, guys. And I think I should for sure focus the front line with the arrows. Just focus the fire, right? Or should I be shooting at the cannon with the arrow guys? With
Keep
the archers?
the enemy in front of you. Do not let yourself become surrounded.
Quick!
Sound like he said brick. Brick!
Enemies, die!
The enemy break from the fight. Press your advantage. Destroy their weapons of war.
We'll get Yuri to get in the back line there.
Full stop Gislovites! Sargai! Hussars!
Attack, comrades!
They flee.
Done! Bring them down! Slay them!
I keep hitting one because I want a hotkey.
Follow me, Cossacks!
Gislovites, moving!
Oh, what in the world? That's some Command and Conquer stuff. Oh! Okay, okay.
Sargai! Slay them! Attack, comrades! Monster!
That reminded me exactly like Command and Conquer, like running infantry over with your tanks.
Wolf-stuff Gislavites!
So I guess we'll just take these guys and right-click on them.
Where?
The cannons are destroyed, yet Skolden's army still attacks the beacon. They're vulnerable from behind. Strike now while they're engaged.
Yeah, this definitely seems like you need to. It's better to make the right choice and to play fast. And I think once you are able to look at a battlefield and go, oh, these are the best choices I think I can make right now, you'll sort of naturally start playing faster over time.
Orson commands!
They're retreating.
Yes!
To battle! March with pride!
Orson's call! Fury of the Bear! They die!
Fury of the Bear. Every RTS game needs just killer voice lines. That's key, I think, to any good RTS game.
Fury! You are Prince of Kislev!
My baby
Let
made
your
noise also.
kinsmen hear
My baby
you
also felt the
roar.
fury of the bear.
Fill them with Ursun's courage!
Red!
Have I lost control? Select your... Oh, use an ability. How... the units.
Fury of the Bear!
Your war
Nice.
cry inspires your soldiers. See how their spirit is renewed.
Looking at a baby monitor off screen over there.
We fight for Ursun! Comrades of the Bear!
I don't like that it resets my camera every time
Comrades of the Bear!
that we do a cutscene here. So what was this guy's war cry? Plus melee attack, plus leadership. Duration 30 seconds. Oh, and that timer was showing the duration. Now it's on the cooldown. I get it. And the cooldown begins after the duration. A very important distinction.
Kislavites moving! Shoot battle! My God!
Can I right-click on an enemy and then
Armor Prince!
chain
The enemy
attacks?
are dead or scattered. They
Nice.
flee the field. We are the bear's wrath.
Wrath.
Skolden, the wolf, still live.
Nice. So when the quest was save the innocent and punish the
beacon is
wolf,
safe. Many lives have been spared.
I think technically it's the same thing,
Survivors
right?
look to me for leadership. I will need them, for the wolf still lurks in the shadows.
Nice. Heroic victory. Loot gained.
We hold captives. Their fate is mine to decide. I pray for Ursun's guidance.
The archers have so many kills, and everybody else has one. Post-battle, select what to do with the captives. Indenture. Units replenished by 34%. Ransom. Replenish the men. Redemption, right? Indenture is like a redemption here.
The innocent are spared from the wolf's vicious pack. The beacon is under our control. A sanctuary in the cold, harsh wastes. But this is not Dervingard. Kislev's northern stronghold awaits.
%5 speed.
A
Is that in battle or out of
victory,
battle?
brother. The survivors swear allegiance.
They will aid our search for Ursun. Those with the heart to fight, let them join us. Another
Prince
outpost
Yuri.
is close.
After clicking on Yuri, you can view his army. Use this button to open up the panel where you can recruit units for your army. Cost that's how much you must pay each turn to keep this unit. That's important to know. This shows how many units can be recruited per turn. Currently, you can recruit 3 each turn.
Fresh recruits.
Let's do it.
The army grows. New soldiers eager to fight.
They will see battle soon enough.
The spirit of man is frail, so easily corrupted. The northern tribes worship the dark gods.
The dark
The
god.
chief of the Gahas, Skolden, hungers for Kislavite blood. While he lives, he will hinder your search and prey on our people. The wolf must be tamed.
I enjoyed the voice acting so far. These guys got great manly voices.
Yuri, should we stay here and let the soldiers rest?
No. We follow Skolden's trail. He must not get away. Who is the wolf? Yes?
We're on the move. Oh, you're asking me who is the wolf, Yuri?
We've marched as far as we can, Yuri. The soldiers need rest. The wolf charges towards us! Quick, brother! Make ready for attack! Our only option.
Oh, whoops,
The
sorry.
wolf is cunning. He waited, knowing we would come this way. Now he means to face us in open battle with renewed strength. We deploy on the high ground and make him come to us.
That's smart. He's probably seen Star Wars. Us, not the wolf. Wolf doesn't know anything about Star Wars. Which is why the high ground's so important. My wife and I took our child to the beach the other day, and man, I feel like a dork every time we go to the beach because I'm just like, I hate sand. I hate sand. I do not enjoy sand at all. This camera is. Uh-oh. Okay, it's good. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. I do not like sand, and I just feel like the biggest dork when I'm just
Yuri,
like, man, I hate
we must
sand.
fight this curve.
And then I just think
The
about
way we
Star
deploy
Wars,
our armies
that Star
often
Wars
lead
scene
to
in
victory.
Attack of the Clones. And
Position
I'm
them
like,
over here.
I'm pretty lame. Units must be arranged.
Take heed of the surroundings, brother.
Yeah.
The battlefield is a weapon we can use against the foe.
Of course.
The enemy gave battle, so the onus is on them to attack. Use this to our advantage.
The onus.
Our warriors
never
can
heard that
hide
word
behind
before.
hills and amongst the trees. See for yourself how the troops are concealed.
Special statuses are displayed above a unit card. For example, whether a unit is hidden from the enemy. Ah. This bar indicates the relative health of each unit. The number displayed upon the bar indicates the number of warriors currently alive. The unit's experience is indicated by chevrons on this unit's card. More experienced units perform better in battle. This bar is shown if a unit carries missiles. It indicates the ammunition remaining.
Even brave Angles may waver out here in
Missiles.
the chaos wastes. We must keep an eye on the morale of our warriors. And if it crumbles, so will our battle lines.
I think that's the biggest mechanic that I'm confused about is leadership and how that works. Once a unit's leadership level gets too low, it will rout from the battle. This means it will flee from combat and you will no longer be able to control it. This is shown by the unit card remaining white.
Leave these trees, for they are exposed and the enemy will press us in great numbers. The high ground here will serve well as a defensive position.
Got it.
Arrange our forces at the base of the hill. Claim the slopes for ourselves. It will
Bam.
give us an advantage in the heat of battle.
Still no hotkeys. The balance of power between the opposing forces is shown here. This bar updates throughout the battle.
Our warriors are
Yuri
ready.
in front. He's a leader.
Give the signal, and the engagement shall begin.
I can't move him anymore. Okay.
The Wolves' marauders begin their advance. Maneuver and claim the high ground before they do.
Excellent!
Get on the high ground, boys.
Taking points! March with pride! Sargai!
Flanks, secure flanks. Oh, I see.
The enemy reveal their mounted troops. They have the speed to run our forces down.
We need to leave troops in the back, right, to hold off our flank. Because I'm a skilled general.
Our spears are well suited to engage the
Yeah.
enemy riders. Knowing how best to use our forces will bring victory.
Unit detail panel can be toggled on and off. Charge defense against large foes. Unit shows details and information about the unit's selected fighting strength, etc. Got it. Okay.
The mounted foes charge our position. Spears, engage! Quickly!
Well, let's
Kislev sends us forth! Kislevites! Moving! Moving! Colts of ice! Armored Cossars!
let's. Oh, that's the wrong way. I see.
March with pride!
March! Kislev!
Get 2 spears in the back for the flank, and then we'll put everyone else in the front.
Enemy riders approach. Tackle them head on with our spears. Employ our archers to strike at range. Don't let them charge our rear.
March with
Oh, they're sneaking past.
the motherland's finest!
Uh-oh.
Hearts of ice! Sons of Kislev! Hussars!
It's all falling apart.
For Kislev!
They've already flanked us. Where's our boy?
Seeking advantage! Bring them down!
It's already all falling apart. The battle speed may be modified with these controls. Okay. What's buff the people?
The main body of the enemy force approaches. Divert some units to meet them.
No, reset up the wall. Reset up the wall.
On the march! Cossars!
We're not gonna ride out to meet them? Oh, we will ride out to meet this guy, though. Is this the wolf?
Enemies, die! Moving! Indeed! Taking position! Taking point!
We definitely want our bro to fight him, right?
Fury of the bear!
And once these units are inside our kill zone,
Sargai! Making it so. Slay them! Go with honor! March with pride! Orson's call! Sagard!
I was thinking, oh, we should get units behind to flank, but then it's like they have more flankers for the flankers. But I think this is the fight we want to watch, right? Oh, nice. You're looking the wrong way, Yuri.
Defenders of Kislev! Whatever Hussars! Defenders of Kislev! Slay them!
We're worried about getting flanked from the horsemen, but I guess that's no longer a threat in this fight. I guess, too, we should have our archers focus firing, right?
Attack, comrades!
Oh, whoops, I have everything selected.
Hearts of ice! To battle!
A little.
For Kislev's honor! Wherever Ursen asks!
Can we get behind onto the archers? Well, he's retreating. Let him be.
An effective position.
Annihilate them!
Okay, got it. Let's fast forward this crap.
The wolf's army flees. Victory is ours.
Did it.
Sons of Kislev!
Did
Wolf
it.
routs from the battlefield. He takes the remnants of his tattered force and flees north into the wilderness.
So, are the two main choices after a battle going to be reinforce your dudes or get money? My question is, do we have to pay money to reinforce our units, or is it just time?
Those who follow the wolf, I decide their fate. What would Urson do?
What would Urson do? %. But I feel like this replenishing units is better, but reached rank 2.
The cur runs, yelping for his dark gods. He fears your strength and returns to Dervingard.
Dervingard. Ward save 10%.
2 victories, Yuri. The more we fight, the greater our skill.
Lords gain experience points in battle. When they rank up, they gain a skill point. Click here to spend the skill
Yuri,
point. Oh
the
my god.
Ungos.
This shows your available skill points. This is a skill. Hover your cursor over it to see its effects. Once you have unlocked a skill, you will gain the ability to unlock the skill or group of skills beside it. Of course. Some skills have multiple levels. You must spend another point on it. Got it. Well, the very first thing I see is Lightning Strike. But it's not what I think. Enemy battle reinforcement time 25%. Minus 3% upkeep. Casualty replenishment rate plus 2%. Recruitment costs, I see. Economy. Plus 5 melee attack. I feel like we don't. We can make him a really, really badass warrior man, I can see here. We can give him a new ability. More leadership, more defense, but it's just for him? Duration, base weapon damage 100%, armor piercing weapon damage 100%. Whoa. Unit experience gained per turn plus 75. Seems pretty good. We'll get that. No, it's instant. It didn't even give me a choice. You just click it and you're good. You're done. Got it. And then how do we got a new ring or something? How do we equip his ring? Renaissance Roar, Resilience, Attrition Snow, Courage Hide. Okay. Okay. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Any type of damage is reduced by this amount. Great. We got Cartographer. Nice.
Listen. Wolves howl in the north. Something disturbs them.
But
They
not the wolf we've been fighting.
wounded animal.
The time has come to march on Dervingard and free our kin. If you do not strike swiftly, the wolf will recover. End his reign of bloodshed.
Urson guides me. Dervingard is close.
Then give the order. We're ready to march.
I think this whole thing could have been avoided with better communication.
The
Like,
bear roars. North.
we have people up
Always
here who
north.
live in these settlements, and we waited 7 years or whatever before we came down to see how they were doing.
On to Dervingard.
Or whatever, was it 4 years, 7 years? I don't remember. We waited years before we were like, huh, we haven't really heard from these people in a long time. You got any letters from your nephew?
Stronghold is close.
Help understanding something, push this button. Got it. Upkeep per turn. Will replenish their strength in home territory.
Is that Dervingard?
There. I see it.
At last. Dervingard.
I guess. So replenishing your units just takes time, naturally. Over time, they'll replenish health. If they're in friendly territory. So I see it's time versus money. Or health if you're in enemy territory. With Yuri selected, right-click on the Dervingard to attacks. Oh, we're going to do a
Prince Yuri.
siege battle.
Attack!
Got a lot more crap than us.
For Dervingard. Finally, we reached these walls.
Do not celebrate yet, Gary.
Oh, crap.
Dervingard was built to defy the dark
Just give me the
powers and
dialogue.
prevent another great war against chaos. But the stronghold has fallen into ruin, blackened by those
So
that
bright.
defile
Why
its
does
halls.
why does the tutorial have to be in
It has become the den of
snow?
the
It's
wolf.
so bright and white. Hurts my eyes. Washes me out. You guys can see. You can see into my room. My living room. My computer is in the living room of the house.
Prepare your forces carefully. You can give them precise orders to move into better positions.
What we got going on here? There's walls. We got an axe infantry, missile cavalry. Interesting. Drag some units into new positions.
Hearts of ice!
Armored Kossars! Wolfdog Kislevites!
My God!
Got it. Right-click and drag on the terrain to order them into precise positions.
You will need to organize your army
Does it
to
always-
succeed here. Ensure your forces are in formation
I
before
see.
the
That's
battle.
nice. Left is always backwards, and then right is always... Or, you get what I mean. You notice your troops into groups, which means they can be controlled together.
Sons of Kislev!
Hit G. I would like them to be 2, though. Okay.
Kossar!
Let's do this. You can pause play with these buttons, but while play is paused, you can usually issue orders to your units.
Kislevites moving!
On the march! Zorgon!
The
Comrades
wolf
of
limps
the
into
bear!
his lair. I will not give him a chance to lick his wounds.
Gross.
Draw your weapons. We take Dervingard back in Urson's name. Over there.
Let's pump up the boys with a battle cry.
Wolfdog Kislevites!
Oh, it's
Zorgon! Moving!
Taking point!
Fury of the bear.
Follow the
sure the
bear!
archers are protected. Am I right?
Our master desert us!
Nice,
This was not meant to be!
easy.
Urson's call.
Go with honor! Taking position! Sorghum! March with pride!
March with pride!
Hearts of ice!
And then, do the archers... I assume these archers don't need line of sight? That they can volley their shots over the house? But it seems like there's real, like, actual physics. So I think the actual arrow projectile needs to hit the target. So I wonder if, like, this house is technically in the way, or they have the ability to shoot over the house. Yeah.
Sons of Kislev!
Oh, that's nice.
Follow me, Cossacks!
Oh, we got the flank coming in. Oh, wait. Put the flank on us.
The motherland's finest! Defenders of Kislev! Kislevites moving! Kislev sends us more! March with pride!
Pump up the boys. We're ready for it. We're ready for the flank. They're war dogs. Nice.
Red! Enemies! Die! Wolf tough Kislevites!
Oh, get in there. It's weird to me. There's no, like, attack move, right? Like, I have to issue a specific command. Because, like, these guys, like, the indicator is telling me that these guys are chilling.
Bring them down!
It says they're sleeping, but I think it's just the majority of the army is actually not engaged in the fight. He accidentally held off that flank, though. I'm assuming that these guys are better fighters overall. Yeah. The sword infantry than the spear infantry. The spear infantry seem like counters, and the sword infantry are the general fighter here. Oh, we got the epic flank. Oh, yeah. Can Kislev's... Yeah, so it seems like there's actual physics here for each model in that, like, if there's not enough space for the model to be engaged in the combat, then they're just not doing anything. They're just waiting for their turn.
The gods watch! Do not disgrace us!
This was not meant to be!
And get in there. Oh. So it seems like getting surrounds and flanks is definitely good, simply from a, like, surface area point of view. Just like in like in other RTS games. Oh, they're retreating, but they can't actually get out.
We'll be back!
I know they won't. I don't think they're getting out of this one.
Hearts of ice! Cossacks!
Let's put an army.
Kislev sends us forth! Armored Cossars!
It's a little hard to see the arrows sometimes where they're facing exactly.
Kislev sends us forth!
Taking point!
Cover our flanks.
Right! Serve Kislev!
Is there a way through here? Is there, like, can my army actually march through that?
Cossacks!
Let's find out. Let's get... Oh no, that's not actual walkable terrain, I see.
We fight for Ursun!
Can we hit that guy? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so they're aggroed. I think we can take on some more. Let's aggro these guys here.
An effective position.
And our objective is getting this guy, right? So I don't think we need to fight these people over here. We'll just ignore them. Speed this up just a tiny bit. Let's pull them if we can. I don't know where we get line of sight here.
Attack, comrades! Hearts of ice! Bring them down! Taking point! Quick!
I think these guys will be fine. Oh, can we walk behind them? How does this work as far as get behind them and then...
Slay them!
Or are they too engaged now to just walk past them? Oh, look at those guys waddle through! They are some serious waddlers.
Full up Kislamites! So be it!
Onward!
Armored Cossars!
Indeed!
Yeah, it's like we're sort of stuck in a choke point here a little bit. So I can see like you can hold off a larger force with a smaller force. The smaller force will eventually lose.
Moving! Cossars!
But you can buy time.
March for Kislev! Excellent! To battle! Taking point! Kislevites moving! Kislev sends us forth!
Javelin infantry.
Done!
Assume we've won over here. I can click on the map, right? Yeah. Speed it up a tiny bit. Slow it down. Do a battle cry.
Basic orthodoxy!
Do we pull out the unit that's half hurt? Or that's half injured, or what?
Sargai!
No escape. No escape. You physically can't escape. Oh my goodness. What like an actual nightmare.
Taking position!
Fury, those getting in there.
Armored Cossars!
Oh, why are one of the archers not doing anything?
Wolfstaff Kislamites! Armored Cossars! Sargai!
Nice. Gotta speed it up. I think tutorials are nice and all, but now at this point, like, I think I sort of got it. Tutorial mission I'm not super concerned about, you know. War beasts. Set up the archers on the high ground opposite. It's a little disorienting. Not hit, a couple of times I've hit the S key, tapped the S key, because typically in RTS that is the stop button,
Comrades of the bear!
and it just moves the camera.
Wherever Urson asks! Kislev vengeance!
Okay, let's just right click on the wolf here.
Fury of the bear!
Some Fury of the Bear going on.
Of ice! Make war! Attack, comrades! Comrades of the bear!
Where?
Sargai!
Oh, these archers are out of ammo. Uh-oh. So they're just in melee mode now? Getting in there?
Anything for Kislev!
Oh, they're charging Yuri. Or no, they're retreating. Okay, let's speed this up. We've got this. We've done it. But this map makes me excited to see other, like, city maps, like, other, like, urban, as far as urban goes in this game. Yuri's getting kind of hecked up, though. Come on, Yuri. Oh, fast forwarding mutes the combat sound. A little disorienting. But we got this. We got this. Oh no, Yuri is retreating! Oh no! This guy has like 200 points of health left, and Yuri's freaking retreating. Grab! We're too bold with Yuri. Can we get this guy 63 points of health? Get him, boys. I mean, he's not really hiding. We can see him right there. Unclaimed in the snow. I guess one of these guys gets it, right? Because Yuri didn't kill him. I see no heroes here. Only pawns playing their roles. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Don't at me.
As the last enemy drew their final breath, a single ray of sunlight broke through the greyest of clouds. Dervingard was free.
Nice. Very heroic of us. Settlement captured. We'll occupy, of course.
The stronghold we had searched for, longed for, was ours. But I could not rejoice. I felt only the loss of those who had given their lives. At least the wolf was slain. Yet, even in death, his hand reached towards his tainted sword, Wolfsbane.
Wolfbane.
Urson compelled me to take it. A man of faith can withstand its evil and harness its power.
What does it mean by Yuri will gain or reinforce a trait? Or reinforce a different trait? Like, what is that? A different trait? I don't know what that means.
Leave the sword. The weapon is cursed.
The blade is too rare to be cast aside.
You hold sin in your hand.
I hold strength in my hand.
Uh-oh.
Nothing more.
Uh-oh. Does the end justify the means? This blade wielded by the dreaded wolf of Dervingard is yours. Click on the Yuri in the battle.
Look around you. Dervingard is infested with chaos.
We sanctify these grounds.
How, brother?
Wow, very cool.
How do we purge chaos from these walls?
We build a totem to Urson. Let our devotion banish corruption.
Character details? Oh, it's already equipped. Okay, already equipped.
Beyond
We gotta build
Dervingard,
something? Stables.
I pray
A
Urson
totem.
can absolve the stronghold.
You will help us. Dervingard will be restored.
We built the totem. The totem of the bear god will bring order and reassurance to the faith. Reassure the faithful that the motherland can expand this far north.
You were right. The taint of chaos recedes.
and Dervingard is truly liberated.
Once more,
Sorry.
the light
I'm
of
so,
Kislev
so
shines
immature.
in the
The
darkness
taint
of the
of
chaos,
chaos
wastes.
recedes.
Dervingard is free from
Taint.
tyranny.
Anyway. You're right, Yuri's brother. The taint does recede. Frost armor. Frost armor. You have completed your first victory condition. Click here to see what's left. Liberate Fort Dervingard. Win Lucient Maze quest battle. Win Brazen Altar quest battle. Win Howling Citadel quest battle.
Word has reached those in hiding. They return to us.
Frost Maiden. We are fortunate to find a magic user.
Frost Maiden.
Yes, that's what we said. Is that your name?
Maiden of the Frosts.
Yes, very good. Yes, Frost Maiden. Maiden of the Frost. What else can you say? Who else are you? With her selected, right-click on an enemy target to use the associated ability. She can also help out on the battlefield. With her selected, right-click on Yuri to add her to his army.
Zoria the Frost Maiden recounted the fall of Dervingard. The commander, Slavin Kearns, fell into madness. Tainted by the dark gods, his iron will tempered into an endless want for power. The boyar abandoned the stronghold. Taking all provisions, he left for the far reaches of the Chaos Wastes. Any who opposed him were hung from the walls. Those that remained suffered at the hands of the savage Northmen. I found Kearns' journal hidden in his quarters. His words are evidence of heresy. Urson's judgment will be swift. If I find him, I will kill him.
I feel like, keep it secret, this book is for your eyes only. Like, why would you ever just keep it secret? Like, what would ever be my motivation to keep this secret? Leadership aura size plus 5%. I hide nothing from my kin. Yeah, like, why would we...
A book of lies. Burn it.
The testament of a traitor. He will face justice.
Dervingard is reclaimed. Now we embark on a greater quest. Deep in the Chaos Wastes stands the citadel that howls. Within its halls lies a hidden portal. It leads to my prison. The citadel cannot be reached by mortal means. The screaming chasm prevents it. Journey to the Lucent Maze. Find the secret rooms. They hold the knowledge you seek.
Nice. Enemy forces? Oh, they're different now. You know, the pink horrors of yeah. I don't know anything about Warhammer lore at all. I apologize. Don't get mad at me. Please don't use caps. I know nothing about Warhammer. Other than that, it's just a fantasy world, right? Fantasy world. And then there's like Warhammer 40k, which is like in the future, and they got like orcs, like instead of orcs running around with like war axes, they got like orcs wearing combat spacesuits and big guns, right?
First light.
Leave. We gave our word to keep Dervingard safe.
Urson confides in me. We must journey through the Chaos Wastes and find the Lucent Maze. The next step to save Urson.
Noble blood flows through me.
Yes, Ice Maiden.
Which to be?
Embedded hero. Increase the parents' army chance of finding a magic item after winning a battle by 10%. Yes, please. You can generate building to local province. Okay, okay. Damage the walls with a target settlement. Kill the target hero. Inflicts damage upon a unit in the target enemy army. Interesting. I think they said right-click on
We'll find you.
his banner and then.
Good. More greased.
We got plenty of frontline dudes. We just want more archers.
Do not define me. Add them to the rota.
Let's get more archers. And what'd they say about adding her to?
Wintertide's child.
How do I add her to? She can't wear this stuff, right? How do I add her to the army again?
I draw strength from winter.
Huge for recruitment. Boost income.
Blizzard's embrace.
Kislev's prince.
I am
Oh, I
Kislev's
see.
daughter.
I see. Scout on this unit cannot fail.
The Ice Court shall provide.
Okie dokie.
Yuri.
Anything to build? We're pretty building out. Yeah, I haven't played. I mean, I think the closest I've ever come to playing a game like this
Ignore the eyes. Or son, are you listening?
is Sid Meier's Civilization.
The path splits. Which way, brother?
Your son is silent. I must decide.
Maybe we can ask him. What has happened to this rock?
Changer's lands.
It all leads to the same place. Let's walk past the rock.
In uncharted territory. Orson growls low in my ear. He tells me knowledge forbidden by the great orthodoxy. I now know the names of the dark gods and their demonic servants. This land warps under the influence of Zinch, the changer of ways,
Cinch?
chaos god of magic, and the architect of fate.
That's that really how you pronounce that?
The demons that serve Zinch are spellcasters and creatures of arcane fire.
Cinch. T-Z-E-E-N-T-C-H. Cinch? Cinch? I guess that makes sense the more I say it. Like Mad Gab? Cinch. Tisn't. Well, like, when I hear it, it's cinch. Tis. I can't say it anymore. I'm sorry. Unlock the Snow Leopard. Leopard. Bring spells and magic weapons to the fore. Conventional tactics and stout hearts will see us victorious. Unlock bear war sleds. You had me at war sleds. Bear war sleds? Yeah, I'll take that. Purchase from the general recruitment screen.
Spread Urson's influence.
The light war
As long as
sled.
they are loyal.
We're good. I think we're good on army size, right? Armored spears. I think we're good.
Further north.
Let's do it. You have unlocked an enter notification. These show what's left to do. Press the center button to resolve an issue. Once all issues are resolved, the enter button will appear again. Press this button to quickly access the settlement you own. Get notification. Oh, Lord not moved. Okay. I can click to do stuff, right? Like, what are we waiting? You must have your main settlement chain building first. You need 2 population surplus to construct this building. How do I get more surplus? I assume that'll be later on in the
I will
tutorial, right?
find you, Godbear. Through the maze.
Cool. Some Lovecraftian stuff going on here.
We do not fight Northmen. Today we fight demons. But with Ursun's blessing, our blades will bite deep. Every true Kislevite knows, suffer not the demon to live. By campfire light, I read the journal. Why did Kearns abandon his duty? Before he left Dervingard, he made forays into the Chaos Wastes. He fought enemies and even gained the allegiance of tribes. He called such fates the Trials. They allowed him to navigate these hostile lands. If I am to survive here, I must perform these trials.
Do
The
we
journal
though?
tells of great rewards if I do.
Do we though? Take on the trial to defeat 2 armies of the Sneech. The Snatch? Take on the trial to capture a Snitch stronghold. I'd rather subjugate. Blood of the Motherland. +5. This is super cool. I didn't realize that like your heroes are gonna get so much upgrades.
Kislev's prince. Yes?
What's our upkeep? 1600 and our income is 1300? We're bleeding.
Ignore the eyes.
We're bleeding the monies. You can auto-resolve battles if you're evenly matched. It is always better to fight battles yourself. You can now retreat from battles. This will disengage your army and move it away from the enemy. You can always quick save before a battle. You can reload from the menu. Uh-oh. Some save scumming possibility here. Battle resort, decisive, victory, casualties low, and I can just auto-resolve.
Color the snow red.
I like that. I like that. Oh, we have some different choices here, though. +4 leadership for 5 turns with killed captives, or money. We know what is that gross sound happening? Oh my goodness! Kill them! Stop the sound.
Worthy of Dash.
Oh, we leveled up. We got something going on here. We got more camp cook. Yes, please. Camp cook for sure. Oh, we have the Frost Queen as well. Currently already assigned. Oh, I see. It shows us that he's already assigned. Frost shard armor. He can't wear that, right? Or he can.
Ursun's influence.
20 armor, 20 spell resistance. I think we want him wearing this, right? She gets the scraps.
We are not done yet.
I'm assuming she's not ranged. So no need for her to have the... Oh, when normally... Oh, campaign effects.
Prince Yuri.
I see. I see. Okay, got it. We did it. Oh, is he dual wielding? You take this off? I think it's campaign stuck on there. Anyways. It's power stancing. Been watching... I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching a lot of Elden Ring. I'm not going to play it, but most likely, but... Been watching Bakba Soup play Elden Ring. Great streamer. Look up Bakba Soup, an amazing speedrunner, great streamer. He's been playing, since Elden Ring has come out, Bakba Soup has been playing 17-hour streams for like the last 7 days. Your army has besieged a settlement. This panel shows your progress of the siege. This shows how many turns you must maintain your siege until the enemy garrison is destroyed. This shows the amount of supplies the enemy has. They can use this to construct defenses in battle. Got it. Encircle, wait out the enemy rather than attacking head-on. Manually fight the battle at the settlement. Lift the siege and retreat. Quick save. Auto resolve. I think I think I want to see what this looks like. I want to see what this looks like. I mean, our army is way bigger than theirs, so let's just get this done. What's this ice bar we got going on? Oh man, is that all of our deployment area? Minor supply location. I guess this is the point where, like, having the super big army, you can get choked up versus smaller units. You just want to do some flanking. Do some flanking, you know what I mean?
Unleash your Frost Maiden's arcane power. Use her...
Frost Maiden.
Frost Maiden, yes, very good. Once combat begins, press these buttons to cast spells. Your mining power is displayed in the middle, I see, okay.
Yuri, caution is required. We don't have walls to contend with, but this settlement is riddled with narrow passages and hidden areas. The enemy will have defenses in place. Plan your attack well.
Minor settlement battles are fought over smaller settlements that lack fortified walls. The attackers win the battle and can win the battle and capture the settlement by defeating all defending units. Here, the defender may win by either defeating all attacking units or holding them off until the time limit expires. Supply point capture locations grant supplies to the defender if held by them. Supplies can be spent on constructing defenses and build locations within the settlement. These build locations are each linked back to a supply point, capture point, which may blah blah. Okay. Okay.
These enemies are different from what we have faced before.
Kossars! Yuri Barkov! Zorgon! Making it so!
I am the storm. Following the squall.
March with pride!
What's shooting at us? Is that tower?
Armored Kossars! Sons of
Just put all the archers in one hotkey, I don't care.
Kossars! Land is power! March with pride!
What do the war bears do?
For the throne!
Hold the spacebar to see unit destinations when moving. Right click and drag. Yeah.
Taking
Oh!
position!
Frost Maiden.
We've made a mistake.
Hands of ice!
Ice Maiden's Kiss and Ice.
Use your mounted troops, such as horse archers, to harass the enemy and pull apart their formations.
I can't see what the card reads. I don't know what this unit does because you keep telling me to do stuff. Mounting units, yes. Able to move quickly across. Are they fast? They are fast.
Taking point!
There's a wall there. You guys told me there's gonna be no walls.
Frost Maiden.
Kislavites moving! At the
Just
forefront!
send in the charge.
March them! On the march!
Light war slave! Armored Kossars! Taking point! My God!
March for Kislev.
Defenders of Kislev! Orson commands!
Oh my goodness! Please get rid of. Okay.
Light
What are the
war
What are the armor piercing collision attack? We're colliding with enemies.
On the march! To battle!
Frost Maiden. needed.
And the archers just shoot this?
The motherland's finest!
Who's sleeping?
Armored Cossars! For the motherland!
Obey the orthodoxy! Wherever Ursul asks!
Hearts of ice!
I
Sargon!
feel like they're hacking us up.
Go with honor!
Mongol Prince.
Like warflame!
And I feel like I'm right-clicking on units and then, like, they stop chasing them. We almost got that down. Maybe we have too many archers. Like, where are these guys going?
On the march! Bring them down! Kislev's vengeance! For Kislev!
Armored Cossars!
March for Kislev! Yes!
We're just looking for Z's, right?
Wolf top Kislevites!
Oh, move!
Sargon! March with pride!
Frost maiden. I am the
Okay,
scroll.
let's actually cast a spell now. Well, I can't use the reticle in the impassable terrain. Cool.
Sons of Kislev!
Alright, let's do the wolf thing. They dodged it. No, they didn't. They did it. What do the warbears do? I don't understand what the warbears do. They have ammunition, but they do bonus damage on collision. Kislev is taking a buttload of damage.
Sons of
Oh, I thought we destroyed this. Oh no, the wall.
Cossars!
Bring them down!
Land is power! Ursun commands!
Is there friendly fire? I can't tell.
Comrades of the
We would
bear!
retreat the bears. Save the bear. Oh, wait, what? Where are we on the map? Okay.
Fight!
It's weird that down on my screen is not down on the map. That confuses me.
Enemies, die! Purge them! Cossars!
Maybe I should have been shooting this tower? I don't know.
Orson's call.
Follow the frost. Spreading hoarfrost
Well, we're definitely winning, though.
on frozen foot.
Oh, she's literally stuck. We're gonna have to blast her way out of there. Oh, blasted.
My God! Attack!
There's a wall there, okay.
Orson's fury!
Maiden moving. Wherever I need it.
Moving! Armored Cossars!
Retreat the weak away? Right. Let's boost the boys.
The enemy routes. We let them retreat or run them down.
Oh my goodness, this is like the cries of agony. Is it friendly fire? Doesn't look like it. But go Ice Maiden, right? Victory. Good to know. I think that was very educational for us here for the minor, right? The minor settlement siege battle. A hollow victory. Maybe we should just call it. Alas. Deployed losses. Who had the most kills? This guy had 69 kills. Nice. Archers, I'm disappointed in you. You're supposed to be the DPS. This panel displays information about your settlement. This shows how much growth your settlement is generating per turn. Once you have enough growth, you'll gain a population surplus as is used to upgrade your settlement's main building, which unlocks more building slots. You can generate growth by creating buildings. High growth leads to bigger settlements, which leads to bigger armies. You can view your building options from the building browser. This shows the level of your settlement. Here are potential buildings you can construct. Once built, you may only upgrade them to the level of the settlement. Got it. So they already had stuff. We'll build a barracks. We got casualty replenishment rate, 3% plus. Oh, and that guy's level 3 now. Blood of the Motherland. Rank 3. Mission issued. The Adamans of Kislev lead and administer their villages and towns. Build a safe haven amidst the wastes. I think this is going to be the get to level 2.
Beyond Dervingard.
Level 3. Again and again and again, we'll practice until your fingers bleed. Melee defense +2 for Cassars, armored Cassars, and reload time reduction for the reload people, 3%. Got kind of like Quartermaster. Or logistics. I like Quartermaster or logistics. Let's do logistics. Let's get the macro going, you know what I mean? The army macro.
Urson makes me stronger.
What is our other hero? Did she level up?
Spread Urson's influence.
She did not. Okay, everyone's resting. We can now recruit. We can now recruit from here. Barracks. So we can only have 4 buildings here, potentially. I guess there's like a difference in settlement size. This is a fort. It's got more slots to build stuff. It's currently maxed out. Is there like an overview on how to
Changer's lands.
send 2 turns?
Yes.
Do we want to rest more? We got this.
As long as they are loyal.
Oh, these guys are missile and spear infantry.
Do not defy me. Add them to the road.
Okay. we'll wait one more turn
I
here.
have trained well.
Oh.
I will find you, Godbearer.
Okay, Ice Maiden's Kiss. Overcast spell, Ice Maiden's Kiss upgraded. Cooldown minus 30% to Ice Maiden's Kiss. Increased damage. 50% chance for increased damage. Okay. I'm actually really enjoying just leveling up. I've been wanting. I need to play some tabletop RPG. Like, man, miss my friends. You know what I mean? Just sitting around the table with the buddies, rolling dice and finding loot. I want to find loot and level up. Don't we all? Isn't that just real life? And this is one turn away from doing a thing?
We came upon ruins. A village of hide tents dominated by a totem of a white crow. They belonged to Northmen, enemies of Kislev, who worshipped Sinch. On the ground,
Sinch.
smeared in blood, was the emblem of the traitor Slavin Kerns. His army had slaughtered the tribe. No mercy was given. I felt no pity. In these unforgiving lands, would the Northmen have treated us any different?
Treat their bodies with respect, and their gods may not perceive us as enemies. Takes 5 turns. Bury them. Curse our enemies and ransack what is left. I don't know. It's important to respect the dead.
The markings on the bodies. I've seen them before.
Runes of chaos. Kerns branded them with dark prayers.
How can you read them?
I took his journal from Dervingard. It deciphers the symbols.
Grants 2 construction slots on the settlement. We can build more stuff. Cool. Cool. These guys are 1 turn away from upgrading. And these guys are ready to upgrade, right? Yeah.
Yuri. Onward, into Sinchian lands.
Nice. I actually think I'm more of like a multiplayer kind of guy when it comes to these types of games. I think I'm really enjoying. No, I need to play Might and Magic. Heroes of Might and Magic, that's what I think I need to play. I'm missing out. We definitely want infrastructure, like... Does upgrading the unit production down here have an effect on my army elsewhere? Because don't I already have the ability to recruit some of these things? We'll go for infrastructure here. We'll go for some growth. Income generated. Unlocks recruitment of armored corsairs. Don't I already have armored corsair? Oh, armored corsair spears. Slightly different, I imagine. I think I just would go for the macro. Go for the full growth here. I imagine in the not tutorial, once it opens up for us, I'll have more control over what to choose for these buildings to be, I imagine. Oh, I see it. Here. Ah, okay.
Further north.
I think we need to still... beat one more arm. Excuse me. Unlock a settlement tier 5. Win the following battles with Yuri Barkmaw's army within the Lucent Maze. A lot going on.
Through the chaos wastes.
Like
We
ice
are
guard
Urson's
swords.
claw.
So we might auto this here, right? Auto this.
So, it's war.
Yes, it is. Occupy, of course. Yuri is near the Lucent Maze quest marker. To start the battle, first click Yuri, then right-click on the quest marker. You may need to end turn if Yuri can't move that far. Nice. Nice. Research rate increased, etc. Now level 3, valuable battle. We got a student.
What waits in these hidden chambers?
Chest of scrolls. Knowledge to harness.
Leave it! We have no need of dark magic.
We fight alone. We use whatever we can.
Oh, Yuri. You can now research a technology. Choose a technology to research. Once completed, the technology tree will open up other projects to research. Field medicine. Minus 10% for all buildings. Growth. Income from all buildings. +4 leadership. Recruit rank +1 for War Bear Rider units. Okay, we can have more than one in the army. I like field medicine.
We endure and innovate.
Technology, objectives.
Ready to pursue.
Let's go for the replenishment right here. Let's have the Immortal Army. Wait a minute. Oh.
Spread Urson's influence.
She can learn Frost Shield. Rank 20, oh my goodness. I want an extra magical item. Damage walls action. 1 additional wall breach. Interesting, she can blow up walls super easily? Or blow up a limited amount of walls? This is super cool. Like the whole hero leveling up stuff I really enjoy. I think
Kislev's prince.
we want him. Oh, I see, an enchanted item. 5% melee. Oh, it's in an area. Find an expert charge defense. I like that. I like that.
The Changer's Lance. Ignore the eyes.
This magic item can only be equipped by the following: Frost Maiden or Patriarch. Okay. Got it. We're getting so strong. So cool.
Further north.
Still a turn away on this guy. Still a turn away on this. A totem. Basic military. Advanced military. Melee defense for heroes. Melee attack for heroes. Melee defense for Corsairs units. Plus 3% ammunition. And then this is the growth. Construction cost for all buildings. Let's go for melee defense, right? We're gonna have the archers for damage, but we need the Corsairs to be durable. Right? Am I right? This is the new place. Okay, we're golden.
I will find you, Godbear.
Where's my boy?
More greased.
I think we're good on size here.
Do we have to fight these creatures? There must be another
I mean,
way.
they seem pretty
No,
evil,
Garrick.
Garrick.
The lore we need is within that maze.
Then we pray to Ursun for protection. If he can even hear us.
You
I
hear me?
told you. The bear talks to me. He knows, brother. He knows.
Oh no. The Yuri is being deceived. You cannot auto-resolve a quest battle in the prologue. These special battles advance the story, and only a victory commanded by Yuri will do. Get in there.
Knowledge to reach Ursun lies hidden in the lucent maze.
So bright.
The servants of
My
Sinch
eyes.
defend it. It's not
So much
them I
white.
fear.
It hurts my eyes.
Mortals that enter the labyrinth rarely emerge with their minds
I'm
intact.
sitting in a dark room.
I pray Ursun protects me.
I got a bad feeling about this, man. I feel like Ursa is maybe not who we think he is at the moment. I feel like Yuri is going down a dark path. An ends justifies the means sort of deal going on, and I love it.
Ursun is lost, but there is a way to find him within the maze.
Oh. Yes, the pink terrors of Sneech.
Strike down the demons which guard its profane walls.
Sauron? Sauron's cousin? The Eye of Sneech? Excuse me.
Hussars!
Comrades of the bear!
Sons of Kislev!
Frost Maiden.
Where?
Thorgar!
Love the symmetry. Missile sled. But it doesn't have a kill zone, or
Armored
it's totally circular. The kill zone on its attack arch is circular. I don't know how the bear sled works, but I'm glad we saved it. So I don't know. Start.
Armored Hussars!
Yes!
Moving! Kislevites, moving! Like war sled!
Man, I need to see how the bears work.
My God!
How do you work bears? And there's just dudes in the back getting... Heck yeah. Oh, stop.
Whatever Ursun asks!
Oh, they got guns. Oh, okay, I see. They do just shoot in a circle. Can they shoot and move?
Kislev sends us forth!
Frost Maiden.
Yuri Barko. Ulmaka.
I am the storm.
Slay them! A fine strategy!
No, they're going for the archers.
Like war sled!
Sagard! March with pride!
Hopefully, get the bears in here.
Maiden of
Oh,
Ice.
whoops, whoops, whoops.
May the orthodoxy!
Kislev and Jews!
Thorgar!
Wherever Ursun asks!
That's gonna do a buttload of damage. They have like shields or something? The Frost Queen is getting hecked up.
Maiden, move.
Get out of there, Frost Queen. I'm
Sending
sorry.
more frost.
I did it. I forgot
March
about
to
you.
Kislev. War of Ice.
She is totally surrounded right now. There's only one way out, Ice Queen. It's the fight to the death. Can I get the bears in there to shake things up? She has 37 health. Get out of there, Ice Queen. I'm so sorry. Cast one more spell, though.
Maiden, moving.
Hussars! Annihilate them!
Yeah, I think the hardest part is just keeping your your melee units engaged because they seem to like to. Nice. Okay, so if I wanted to just shoot, I just park them somewhere and they'll shoot, or I can have them charge and they're shooting at the same time,
Taking position!
and then just re-rally them around to get another charge.
Defenders of Kislev!
One barrier has fallen, the other still remains.
With honor! Forward!
Yeah, let's keep the Ice Queen in the back.
Following the scroll.
March with pride!
Frost Maiden.
I mean, Ice Maiden, sorry. Want more spells to cast. It does 16 damage per second, and then it doesn't look like it does anything to armor, maybe? So 32 points of damage. What? 4,700 health divided by 68. What are the melee people? Where's the healthy melee people? 55 divided by 68. So, I mean, per model to model, that spell does 19 health. She got out of there with 19 health. The champion, the Ice Maiden. Oh, the bears. There's people here, I'm sorry. But do they for sure shoot and move? No, it doesn't look like it. With the bears on the charge here.
Comrades of the bear! In Kislev's name! Wolfpack Kislevite! To battle! Land is power! Moving!
Are they shoving through my dudes?
Frost Maiden.
Quickly, slow them down.
Done!
Yes.
Orson's call!
Who's sleeping? Who's sleeping on the job?
Armored Cossars! Cossars!
Looks like there's definitely some friendly fire in that one. For the bears. Please, save the bears. Okay, don't quite understand the bears.
I am the wall.
Taking position! Defenders of Kislev! Go with honor!
Get the weak out of there.
Armored Cossars! Kislevites moving!
I see the value of having like cavalry now for the big flanks.
Anything for Kislev.
On the march! Kislev sends us forth! Ready!
I keep seeing these symbols like the triangle and think like PlayStation.
Bringer of
arrows. Oh, oh. Nope. Okay. Oh, I see. I was confused. I was scrolling up. Scrolling to raise my camera, thinking that I was super low, and I was just in a chasm. Look at the epic flank coming in. Oh yeah, we're fighting this dude. Level 8, dude? I shoot him with the lightning bolt. With the wolf's howl. Alright, a little bit of friendly fire. Don't worry about it.
Onward! Where? Hussars! Kislev endures!
Oh, where's Ice Queen? The Ice Queen did not make it. I lost track of the Ice Queen and I think she's dead right now.
Go with honor!
I guess they're retreating?
My God! Over there! Hussars! Taking point!
Oh, so the archers are Kossars. Oh, and then these guys are also Kossars. Everything is a Kossar. Fast forward the setup here. Sorry, Ice Queen. Totally blundered the Ice Queen at the start. We do marching formation, melee front. Let's pull back 2 though for the flank, right? For the flank. I think this is the end of the mission. Really see the arrows. I just need to remember, like, left, moving the mouse left is backwards, and okay, stuff is happening. Trying to flank here.
Orson's call! Fury of the bear! The motherland's finest! Obey the orthodoxy! So be it! March with pride! Yes! Make war! Sons of Kislev!
Oh, the freaking bears!
March with pride! With honor!
Leave my bears alone.
Armored Cossacks!
Oh, the hotkeys are janked up right now.
Red. Mongol Prince. Where? Defenders of Kislev! Yuri Barkov. Ulmata.
Oh no, get out of there!
My God! They die! Armored Cossacks!
Get the weak. Get the weak to retreat.
For Mother Kislev! Bring them down! An effective position. We fight for Ursun!
I think we're so clumped up. I don't know what happened here.
Taking points! Armored Cossacks! Follow the bear! Force them!
Let's fight the army that's engaged in the melee here.
Come, Mongols!
Oh, he's stuck.
Orson's fury!
It's all falling apart. Quickly, get the bears to reinforce. Like, this splash damage, I think, is wrecking us, right?
Armored Cossacks! On the march! Hussars! Taking point! For the motherland! Make war!
At the forefront!
Wherever Ursun asks!
We're sending in the bears.
March with pride!
Go!
Go with honor!
I feel like, haven't I right-clicked a lot of these guys to do something?
Follow the bear! Annihilate them!
Man, I wish I had the Ice Maiden still. This is looking not good for us all of a sudden.
Red! Mongol Prince!
What are the bears are doing? The bears are stuck.
Taking point! Hussars!
It's like we're all in on the archers right now. Like, the archers are our only hope as far as surviving this battle, I think.
Orson's call!
Hussars!
We're running out of arrows.
Slay them!
Orson's fury!
Oh no. It looks like we're gonna lose.
Bandit power! Sons of Kislev!
Yeah, we're just 1Aing right now.
Taking position! Kislevites moving!
I think the bears are out of ammo? Yeah, they are. Okay.
Fury Barkov!
Sacrificial charge right now.
My god! Fury of the bear!
Sacrificial charge. All the archers are out of ammo. The archers are charging. Nice, nice, nice.
Like war flag! March with
Oh, they
pride!
just like disappeared?
Mongol Prince! Attack!
Excellent!
Did we win with everyone? That seems bad. This is gonna come down to Yuri, I think.
Kislev endures!
Where'd these guys come from?
Orson's call!
I don't know if there's anything else for me to do here other
Like
than
war flag!
charge with the bears on these guys. Oh, these are us.
Cossacks! Comrades of the bear!
It is done! Cossacks! Make war!
It's gonna come down to, oh, leadership, melee attack.
Like war flag! With honor! It serves Kislev!
The bears are...
My god! Enemies, die!
We did it. Oh my goodness. Did we win because the tutorial was like, oh crap, they need help? Or am I just the greatest tactician? So, a hollow victory, right? Now it makes sense. We did it. It's a good thing we've been buffing all of the
Sinch's force is scattered.
reinforcement percentage boosting stuff, right?
The knowledge within can lead us to the Howling Citadel.
A howling, such citadel. Dead units. Disbanded. We gained so many levels. Oh, so many levels. Oh, do we... Extra leadership or money? I don't think we
The
care about
guardians
leadership.
of the Lucent Maze are defeated. Enter the labyrinth and discover the forbidden knowledge.
I'm sorry, Zora.
I
The
will
Frost
guide you.
Maiden.
Prot-
Oops. The guardians of Lisa made I will guide you, protect you from the streaks.
How long did I wander? Hours, days. Yet finally, I reached the heart of the maze. Dark runes appeared before my eyes, but the journal revealed their secrets. A way for mortals to span the screaming chasm and reach the howling citadel. I must go to the land of the Blood God. Inscribed upon his brazen altar are the words to summon the Bridge-Maker, the one who thirsts for more than blood. When I emerged from the maze, my army was waiting. But they did not cheer, offering just cold, hard stares and the stink of ingratitude.
Oh no, Yuri. Yuri. Ignore them. I suffered in the maze, not them. Rally them. Reward their continued loyalty with extra rations. Yeah, that was a mega battle. They're friggin'
You were gone for some time.
on the verge. Everyone's on the verge of death.
I was worried.
It is done. I know how to cross the chasm.
The fears of lesser men must not sway you from the righteous path. You have shown courage.
This is not a good bear. This is a bad bear.
Be as brazen as the altar you seek. Enter the lands of Khorne, the Blood God. Conquer them, and raid his shrine. Discover the name of the Bridge-Maker.
Oh, his voice is changing for sure. Oh my goodness, the plot is thickening. Hero unlocked? Patriarch. A new hero has appeared beside your settlement. He is effective on the campaign map, use abilities of enemy throws, and blah blah blah.
Patriarch of Kislev.
Oh yes. Reward Saint Anushka's finger bone. You can see the list of your characters by pressing this button.
Ice is Urson's domain.
Unavailable for 5 turns. I'm so sorry, Zora.
Patriarch of Kislev.
Barkov blood is strong. It was still a win. Mongol blood.
The army is tired.
Good. More greased. No.
Telling me no?
Garrick, this is unwise.
I'm Garrick. Get out of here, dude.
Garrick.
Garrick. I'm glad we got logistician. Ooh, give him a war house. A war horse. Missile protection? I like that. He is getting shot by missiles quite a bit. I think we'll wait for the war bear and just skip the war horse, you know what I mean? The question is, do we want to start going for offense here? +2 for Shard Guard units? Oh yeah, this is... Yeah, let's get the firing drills going on. Nice.
Maiden of the Frosts.
No, I think we had new items?
Blessed by Urson.
Or new dudes? No.
Close, but still inevitable.
Press R to increase a lord's speed. If you have rebound, the toggle character move speed button, press that instead. Okay, we built some. Oh, all the stuff has been built.
Son of Kislev.
I'm pushing R. I don't know what it means.
It is mine now.
Oh, I see.
Across the wastes. Take it.
Ah, I see. Okay, actually, this speeds up the
The
movement.
Orthodoxy sees all. Stay Kislevites!
Kislevites. Okay, embedded hero, increased replenishment rate. I like that. The target armor minus 20%. Wound the target hero. Okay.
I decide.
Yuri has fallen to the dark side, I feel. Here's the Tor Shrine. We'll increase the armor. Winged Lancers. Or leadership. I think we haven't had leadership problems. We'll go for the Winged Lancers. I think we're good to go. Ooh, our technology's completed. We're smarter now. Minus 10% construction costs. Now that we're understanding the war bears, we want more war bears. Struggling, establishing, surviving. More income. Let's get more war bears.
Kislev's ignorance is my loss. I am chosen. So we fight.
Oh, did he just run away?
We are Ursun's claw. They cannot stand before us.
Nice, nice.
It was inevitable.
So, what was this? Win the following battle. Battle for the Brazen Altar. On the campaign map, successfully use your patron's wound ability on an enemy hero. Nah, this is not what I wanted. Upgrade a settlement to tier 5. Target an enemy settlement, army, or hero with one of your Ice Maiden's abilities. I'm gonna rename them. At least this guy.
Yuri.
Yuri. Okay, yeah, let's just get him to shoot faster.
Ungo blood.
Plus melee attack gets an ability? Do I need 1 point in it to have the wound ability unlocked?
A great victory.
Think so? Get that quest rolling in then, right? And the Ice Maiden healed yet?
Blizzard's embrace.
Where's my Ice Maiden?
A reckless
She's still healing. Okay.
Blessed by Ursun. Get going. There is no time to rest.
Upgrade. Oh no, we're running out of money. Money has become a problem. Our army upkeep is more than our... Uh-oh.
Bearkin.
Gore Town.
Scour the wastes. Word has spread. Tribes hear of my exploits. The Kislevite who subjugates demons and emerges from Tzeentch's labyrinth. Where before they would have ridden out to crush us. Now they send an envoy and some piffling tribute to try and buy my allegiance. Garrick urges caution, as usual. But I could turn this to my advantage. Dominate these lands, not just with war, but with words. Through such base diplomacy, I can further my quest to find Orson. All I need do is accept their gift.
Accept. Taking the offering to those who fear you. A trade will not leave you as obligated or obliged. Diplomatic bonus? Ability? Potion of Strength uses one. Oh, they can carry potions? Oh my goodness. You gained a global effect that gives you a diplomatic bonus with the Narshans. Hover your cursor over to view the specifics. You can now take diplomatic actions with the factions you are not at war with. The list displays the factions that you have encountered so far. After you select a faction, their leader will appear here. The higher the attitude, the more likely it is that they will accept your offer. Press this button to start diplomacy with the selected leader. Once you've done, plus they have to get out. What do we get? What do we got? Plus 15.
And what if they don't submit to us?
For 10 turns.
You already know the answer, Garrick. We go to war.
Northmen come. Tribal fury. Yo, take what's theirs.
Wait, who do we have it with? The Norska. Oh, these are all the Norska?
You trespass, Ungo. What toll will you pay to avoid punishment?
Join war against. Declare war. Military alliance. Military alliances, allies are sworn to support each other if attacked. Military access. Non-aggression pact. And military access. Can I not? Treaty. So why can't I propose this deal? Okay, I don't know what's happening here. It would just destroy them all.
Ungo blood.
We are dirt poor, though. One more round for the extra war bear. Now we can't afford the extra war bears? Oh, no.
Does Orson laugh at me?
How do I use his ability?
Not one step
whoops.
backwards!
Garrick. Snows turn to blood.
Do not tarry! Replenish!
Son of Kislev.
We need more money. Income generated? Yes. Frostmane is back.
Frozen glory. Follow winter.
She can run quite far. Magic item drop chance, ammunition for Corsairs, lowered recruit rank, weapon strength. Give me the... I guess we'll go for damage. Let's get the archers up. Up in lethal. Win 3 battles. Make a military alliance with a faction. I already have heavy warbears, I thought. We're trying to use this ability?
I decide.
Hinder. Modifies...
Tor will destroy. Absolute devotion.
Okay, is he in danger now, though?
I control the frosts. Time to march.
Power is mine. Blood must be spilt.
Oh, we did a thing to him, but he's technically an ally? Shar Magnus. Is this Shar Magnus?
You trespass, Ungo. What toll will you pay to avoid punishment?
Tribesman, Norska. What? What? Yes, bring death. Dominate.
Do you offer tribute or war guild? There is a cost when you speak with the tribes.
Just want to be your friend. I just want to be your friend. Guy leveled up. Oh, is this wound thing in combat, or... I don't understand. I don't... Let's get the ability, though. Let's unlock his skills.
Tutored by ice.
Okay, chill out, Ice Maiden.
Trust not the ice sorceress.
Frost Maiden.
Did that guy just say not trust the Ice Maiden?
Live and die for Kislev.
This freaking guy.
Keep quiet, Garrick. Blessed by Ursa.
No money, no money. Okay, can we increase our money? More money, please.
You are safe while we speak, Northman.
We will share blood and spoils.
Except... change the situation mustering? Oh yeah, it's that thing completed. Can we in theory get another warbear? No. +1 for the warbear riders. Are the warbears automatically rank up? But only after we recruit them, maybe? I don't know.
Unwavering duty.
Build up this army's strength. Units are currently queued for recruitment.
Slaughter the sheep.
Endless veneration. Warm your hearts with Ursun's breath.
I do not know what's happening.
Kislev's daughter.
Settlement does not have walls to perform. Okay.
I'll obtain exquisite trophies.
Okay. Let's go get this palace, I guess.
I hear them griping.
Yuri has really fallen from grace rather quickly now, hasn't he? So we're like in the...
Kislev does not care. Why should I?
How do I see my boy?
Bearkin.
Move along.
Assassinate.
Suffer winter's bite.
In a major, all you end up with a knife in your back. Carried out a failed hero action against the character. You leveled up. Assassinate failure. Was not up to the par in his attempt to. Okay.
Ungo blood.
But we tried, right? We tried.
Winter's cold.
Increase your assassinate ability. Additional 3% chance for success.
I am immune to such corruption.
Ice sheet. Increase armor. Do more damage. Duration 20 seconds. This got 14. This cost 8. Upgrade this again.
Does Urson laugh at
Okie
me?
dokie.
I decide. March, you fools!
Can I not fight this guy?
My instincts tell me no.
Oh, yeah, these good guys are bad guys. Uh-oh. Our hometown, our village. Because what's the other one? It's the wound ability.
Garrick.
Yeah, wound him. Critical failure. He's been wounded and must take time to recover. Oh my goodness.
Son of Kislev.
Gifts of winter.
I'm a little confused on the specifics of the. Can I build? Can I recruit units here at the base? Or am I just like poop out of luck here? That we're too far away. Okay, excuse you.
Across the wastes.
Melee attack. Ooh, casualty replenishments. I like that though.
Innovate or die.
Something else we can upgrade, like more money? No. You stay away from my mansion of eyes. No, my mansion of eyes.
I am chosen. March!
No, our mansion of eyes is under siege.
Power is mine.
Did we win? Wait, did we kill them?
I won't.
At war? At war with who?
The bear urges caution.
Bloodthirsty, marauders all. True sap, yes.
These guys are super friendly with us.
Norska,
And these guys are mega friendly.
Northman come, your will.
Do you offer tribute or war guild? There is a cost when you speak with the tribes. I will
Is there,
listen.
though?
I see power in you.
We get +2 relations, I guess? We get military access?
So, Uncle, we have...
I don't understand.
Tribesmen gather.
Do you offer tribute?
No. How do I fight these guys? How do I betray my pack? Okay, positive outcome 39%, hero wounded, hero assassinated, negative outcome, base chance, my heroes affect targets, don't matter. What other things we got going on here? Win 3 battles, make a military alliance, he died using the wound ability. Oh, I see. It's right-clicking on the banner, not the character? No.
Bearkin.
This is telling me I can't attack
My
them.
instincts tell me no.
Well, bad guys came over here and attacked us, so let's go that way. No, we need more money.
My brother wishes me to be lenient. Tell me why I should.
Oh, he's got
We
like
will
red
share
glowing on
blood
his face and
spoils.
stuff. Counter offer. Never mind. I don't know what Lord Recruitment rank means. Go for Iron Collars.
Gives up its secrets. Ungo blood.
Are these guys following me? Like, what's happening here?
There's no time to
What,
rest.
what is happening here, and why can't I attack them?
I obey none but the Blood Father.
Okay, but do you want to fight? Bros? Nice, nice.
Garrick. Keep moving. Why were we afraid of the dark powers?
Increase the income. We're just macroing up real hard here. Well, Valiant? That's a big army! Casualties high. Retreat from battle. After reviewing the enemy details, you may decide that the battle will not end in your favor. Should you be attacked again following the retreat, you will not be able to retreat a second time. It's a mighty big army.
Not ready. I decide. Snows.
I don't know what's happening now.
Patriarch of Kislev. March
But we need to wound
with
somebody.
reverence.
Technology researched. We get to fletching.
Learn what scholars cannot teach.
Patriarch of Kislev.
Oh, this dude's chasing us.
End the non-believers.
Okay, at least he ranked up, failing his wound attempt.
Priest of the great orthodoxy.
Vigor? Who doesn't want more vigor in their life?
Blessed by Urson.
Strength through faith.
Be close enough to...
Yuri.
I'm just concerned this guy is chasing us down right now. Ooh, ice swords,
Throw
yes.
My army. Son of Kislev.
Why is this not... Is this because we're in friendly territory now?
Next time.
We need to buy one more. Okay, never mind. Oh, now it's high? What's the difference? What's the difference here? Okay, we gotta fight this out the old-fashioned way. We got 50 snow. Oh yeah, he's looking very corrupted now, ain't he? He's looking very corrupted now. We got like space creatures and stuff.
Land is power!
Let's get away from...
My God!
That is not at all what I wanted.
Together. Ungold Prince. Orson's call.
Frost Maiden.
Oh, we don't have our other dude. All the hotkeys are messed up again.
Kislev. Sargar.
Ready.
Follow the bear.
I just want...
Sargar.
Sons of
I just want my heroes on 1 and 2.
Armored Cossars!
Kossars! Full tough Kislevites! Obey the orthodoxy!
Let's start the battle and see what's up. A lot of crap
The Frost
incoming.
Maiden is a magic user. Her spells may be overcast to increase their potency. Yet channeling so much magic at once risks disaster.
March with pride!
Wizards may cast their spells. May overcast by left-clicking on the spell button a second time before casting. An overcast spell has a greater effect, but has a chance of being miscast and dealing damage to the caster. Oh, I see. There's little blue arrows to indicate what's going on.
Armored Kossars!
We have problems, I feel like. I feel like our army is
Comrades of the bear!
a little small going on here.
Orson's call.
I, 'cause, 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 '
Kossars!
We just need to start focus firing here.
We fight for Ursun!
Uncle Fritz. Ursun's fury.
Defenders of Kislev!
This does not look good. What are you supposed to do? Get in there, boys. If you're sleeping,
Armored Kossars! Comrades of the bear! Fury of
we
the bear!
need to get them off our archers. Everyone's...
Full of bear! Die, die!
Maiden
She's just
moving.
getting shot by arrows.
March for Kislev.
Yes!
Where?
Right, no Z's other than Frostmated.
For the ice.
Sons of Kislev!
I am the school.
I guess you drink the potion.
Light war slave! Kislev sends us forth! Defenders of Kislev! Purge them!
Frost Maiden.
They keep shooting the Frost Maiden. Leave her alone. Oh, she's gonna die again.
Legendary Ungol will falters.
Oh.
The warriors run from the battle. Round them up and send them back to the fight.
Bring them down!
My God!
Seeking opportunity.
Slay them! Wherever Ursun asks!
Fury of the bear!
Oh, she's retreating. She is scared. She's like, not again. Sorry, Ice Maiden. I'm so
Our
sorry.
warriors rally. Their Kislevite spirit returns. They rejoin the fight.
Spreading purpose.
For Mother Kislev!
For Motherland's finest!
Taking position! Hearts of ice!
Maybe we should have let the computer decide this for us.
Led by Ryan.
Quickly, bears. Charge something.
My duty.
Armored Kossars!
With honor! Our duty served!
Ursun's call! Ursun's fury!
Nice.
Follow the bear!
Fight safety!
Moving!
We bolt.
We fight for Ursun!
The archers are so messed up.
Kossars!
No one's sleeping, right? Everyone's doing something.
Attack, comrades! Obey the orthodoxy!
Maybe the archers be shooting somebody with low armor.
Attack!
I think that's the issue. We've been shooting the wrong target with the archers. Oh, it hurts.
Kislev's bidding.
Oh, get him.
Hearts of ice! Kislev endures!
Moving! Follow the bear!
Ursun's fury!
Oh, and the Ice Maiden's dead again.
To Motherland's finest! For Kislev's honor!
Enemies, die! Fury of the Bear!
Get him, Fury of the Bear. I don't think we win this, right? You know they're charged with the bears, though?
Ongoing Prince! Ulmata!
Cossacks! Bring them down! Kislev's vengeance!
Where? Orson's fury!
Cossacks! Make more! Annihilate them! Land is power!
Run them over with the bears.
Safety!
Cossacks!
This fight is super tight.
Kislet's vengeance! Hearts of ice! March with pride! Multa Kislevites! A fine strategy!
So let's not just surround her. Let's go fight this army here.
Attack! Ulmata!
Obey the orthodoxy! It is done! Taking position!
Enemies, die!
Taking position!
I guess we can't start engaging her.
Red!
Light war sled!
This is cool. I like the war bears run stuff over.
Orson's call! Fury of the Bear!
That was a little sketchy. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's fast forward this crap. I'm so sorry, Ice Maiden. Rip the Ice Maiden again. She needs like some missile defense on her. She killed nothing. Can I see how much damage she did though? Get him. No, we don't. We need money. Give us more money, please.
Barkov blood is strong.
Anything new? Bodyguard?
Blessed by Urson.
Everything's being used at the moment. Missile block chance plus 12. Oh, enabled if casting. Magical attacks, frost death. Increase the local generator reduces an enemy province, I see. Let's do this frost shield thing, see if we can increase her survivability a little bit. I don't think I really care about this thing too much. It'll reduce the cost of it? Because this is like anti-cavalry sort of thing. Let's increase scouting. Let's get a new item going on here. I want more loot.
Patriarch of Kislev.
All right, you need to chill out. Upgrades the ability. Best of the court. Look at this. Force Masters. These battles have been a little sketchy. Let's get the below 50 health boost for
another notch
for the clutch potential here. We're looking decent on the money again. I don't quite understand the building
Bear kid
stuff.
Do not defy me.
Yeah, I don't have the money for it quite yet. But we need more archers again.
Grow my arm.
We need archers that can pierce armor, I think. That's the issue. We need to remember that the archers don't do good against armored units. Their damage is going to be best. Do I still need to wound somebody? I still need to wound somebody.
Unwavering duty.
I don't have enough money to wound somebody.
Accept suffering.
Next time.
I retreated there because I wanted to at least get my other guy.
You will find cold comfort in my presence, Northman. But we are not at war yet.
We will share blood and spoils.
Heck, that guy.
Strength through faith.
Hinder replenishment? I want to wound. How do I wound him?
Kill them! Live and die for Kislev!
I decide.
What is this guy doing? I want to beat this guy up. Get out of my territory, bro. Any arrow indicates forces that can refer to the army in battle? Oh, I see. We're still healing. I think we still want to buy. We still want to recruit stuff.
Do not defy me.
Let's get the
as
ice
long
sword
as they are
people.
loyal. Add them to the rota. Grow my army.
Get the army a-growing. Close victory, casualties low.
They cannot stand before us.
Let's go for the auto battle here. Nobody died. We'll take the money. Yuri's the only one getting XP because everyone is dead or trying to do something else.
The power is mine.
Oh, she's back? Okay.
Do not defy me.
Pistol and axe infantry. Oh, what?
More greased.
Okay. Okay. We'll
Add
get
them
one
to
more
the
of them.
rota.
Who cares? Research? Hooked arrowheads, missile strength, yeah.
Kislev's ignorance is my loss.
Level up, level up. Let's get quartermaster here and reduce the upkeep in our army because we're going to grow the army.
Son of Kislev.
The orthodoxy.
Where's our boy? Can we wound him? Give us wound.
The heretics.
Oh, wounded. So wounded. Finger bone. Reach level 5. Kabam. Yeah, has a wounded mercy belonging to the blah 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 watchers. Okay. Wounded. Oh, this is the Ice Maiden. We don't care about that. Level 20. Boost income. Did it actually boost my background income, building income? Or does she like need to go to
Foolhardy.
Let's roll a dice. Let's
Suffer
assassinate
winter's
him.
bite.
him.
A reckless strategy.
Let's get more vigor. And then, do we have new items? We do. For our boy first. Heal per second. Duration 13 seconds. Cooldown 60 seconds. Potion of toughness. It also heals. I like Potion of Toughness on him. Let's go for the Strength. Let's go for the Strength, and then we'll give him... Oh, this is the same thing. Yeah, well, we'll put that on him.
Faith eternal.
Maiden
We'll give her
of the
the... We'll
frost.
give her the... She can have an arcane item too. Interesting. We'll give her the Potion of Toughness because she keeps dying. We'll make her more tough. You know what I'm saying?
Absolute
Strength.
devotion.
Chill out, dude. This dude stresses me out. This guy's a little too excited to be here. Construction completed. Yeah, yeah.
Ungo blood.
Frozen glory.
So I don't know, I'm just gonna assume this guy's chill, right?
Gifts of winter.
I won't.
Priest of the great orthodoxy with Orson's breath.
Is there anything to recruit? We'll call it good. We'll call it good. Our income is pretty much non-existent. Ooh, we're at about 3 hours now.
I decide.
We're at 3 hours now. And I have a child who has slept great through the night. She slept absolutely great through the night. But, can't push my luck, you know what I mean? Where do I save this crap? So let's save our game. Prologue. Okay. Okay, well that's it. I'm actually really enjoying this game. The fighting, not quite sure if I have the handle on it yet, but like the leveling up of the heroes and getting items and going through a skill tree and stuff like that, that I think is super cool and super fun. I think I like that a lot, so excited to play some more in the future. I'll be occasionally streaming this game. I think for the most part I'm going to be streaming the multiplayer, potentially just recording for the rest of the campaign and the prologue and things like that.